Anthem contains a library filled with details about the world's lore and origins, some details of which are quite fascinating, while others are strange or just outright bizarre. From connections to the Lord of the Rings and Narnia to human enslavement and ghosts, these are 5 of Anthem's most bizarre reveals. Number 5. The Tolkien Connection.
Keep it secret. Keep it safe.
The legend around the creation of the world in Anthem is that a group of godlike beings called the Shapers harnessed a force called the Anthem of Creation, and this enabled them to create the world itself. Now what's interesting about this is that the Anthem of Creation is described in the game's lore as actual music. One arcanist described it as an ever-changing tune, and a traditional spiritual text asks, when did the world start singing and who brought forth the song? It's an interesting twist on what could otherwise have just been some unspecified magical force, but it's not a unique one. In J.R.R. Tolkien's Silmarillion, he describes a group of angels who perform great music that created the material universe in which the Lord of the Rings books are set. This is also believed to have been the inspiration for C.S. Lewis to have Narnia also be created from a song. Whether intentional or not, Anthem's origin story also seems to have drawn inspiration from Tolkien, but then Anthem throws in its own twist, which leads me on to number 4, The World is Incomplete. As I mentioned, the Shapers created the world. However, before they could complete their work, they all vanished. What caused them to abandon their creation is unknown. However, they left behind the tools they used to build it, and these colossal machines now litter the landscape. Given the context of the Anthem being actual music, this could imply that these devices are more like instruments, used to play or mould the Anthem into the necessary tune to bring about life. However, these instruments have been abandoned for centuries and can activate at any moment, causing shifts in the landscape or the creation of monstrous beasts. Perhaps without the Shapers to guide them, the instruments now play off-key, warping the Anthem or being overwhelmed by its raw energy. Whatever the case, the Shapers left this world incomplete and filled with advanced technologies, creating this bizarre mixture of the ancient and futuristic. Number 3. The ERG Off. Much of human history in Anthem is lost to time, and we know it's only been in the last 500 or so years that humans have been able to find their footing thanks to the creation of the javelins. What happened before that has not been fully revealed at the time of this video, but it looks like it involves creatures called the ERG Off. We know from entries in the library that these ERG Off enslaved humanity, and that, in the time of the ERG Off, free humans lived underground. But eventually humanity rose up and fought back. This uprising was led by a woman named Helena Tarsis, who led a group of soldiers known as the Legion of Dawn against the slavers. According to the legend, she sacrificed herself to prevent the ERG Off's final act of vengeance on the city of Anthem, although some people still believe that she will one day rise again. It seems that today the ERG Off are gone, and we only have carvings and stories to tell us what they were like. But don't be surprised if these creatures return to reclaim the world in a future expansion. Number 2. The Engineer's Daughter. Ciphers are a group of humans gifted with telepathic powers. Today they are trained to use their abilities in the schools, but the legend of the first cipher is one of the most interesting pieces of folklore in the game. The legend says that the Anthem of Creation overwhelmed a Shaper relic, causing what people call a cataclysm. These cataclysms can cause reality itself to change, and after this one in particular, an engineer's daughter began to develop strange new abilities. These powers let her see things that were far away, or talk directly into someone's mind. And it wasn't long before the Arcanists arrived and presented her with an experiment designed to amplify her gift. At first all went well, but eventually tragedy struck. The girl's mind ventured too far from her body and became lost to the music of the Anthem. To this day, ciphers swear that they can see glimpses of the engineer's daughter while using their amplifiers, and that she watches over them, guiding them back to their bodies in the way that she was unable to. Number 1. Water McWhorter. One of my favourite things in Anthem are all these interesting and uniquely designed locations, and the library provides some additional details about the history of each of them. Most of it's fairly standard, but there is this one gem. Governor Springs is noted as having held many names over the years. First it was known as Upper Springs, and it was later renamed Flaxia Springs after the ruling governor's daughter. However, the following governor had had some personal clashes with Flaxia over the years, and changed the name to Busybody Springs. This naturally was addressed by the next governor, who decided the best solution would be to leave the naming up to a popular vote. Suggestions included Splashy Splashway, the Babbling Brook, and Water McWhorter. It's nice to see that whether on our world or Anthem's, humans love a meme. These are some of the most bizarre bits of lore we've uncovered so far, but I'm sure there are many more to find, so please let me know your favourites in the comments below. As always, this is James for Curse, saying thanks for watching, and enjoy the game.